You lot are funny. Typical. Meet the Mandem.
You see how he got in problem because of gal? He got us in problem because of gal as well. How was it me? All making me go yard to get a big kick like
Oh, you made me laugh, you know.
Mandem are lying on the pod.
When all boys scored us tap, man.
Just tap, innit?
No, I won't lie to you.
You don't have no girls to distract you.
Can I say something?
Look, tactics, you're wearing shades in the
I went
pod.
to all boys school. Can I say something?
You're wearing a hood.
No, but you probably was tactics going. No, I see all these young, my little cousins that do it. Imagine, when you with a girl, but you played all the gin and shank and
bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Let me be honest. I was someone like that, but he got me. I remember I was trying to bang a girl to D block and that.
Why?
Yo, it's your boy Montz.
Yo, people, it's your boy Taz.
Am I?
The MTM podcast episode 3.
Come on.
Yeah, so we have some special guests today. Yeah, on the far side over there, we have Jibs. Yeah, and then we have Jigga. Yeah,
Ranks, don't miss out the ranks.
Jigga Ranks.
Jigga Ranks.
Oh my days.
That's
So
his name, bro.
yeah, man, we just wanted to do this episode. Okay.
And less of that, bro.
Beavis and butthead, like literally, like
You don't
the
talk.
hair. All right,
Go and
cool.
do your thing, boys.
So yeah, man. So we wanted to just do this episode. It's about growing up in South London, and these guys are on to our right is some of our older guys that we grew up with, or grew ahead of us actually, and kind of like gave us the pointers, gave us the outlook on life, gave us some jokes and banter, and they're like also the best of friends and whatnot. So yeah, we just wanted to, meet the man then, but also meeting external people as well. And
this is the original Meet the Man.
you get me?
This
Like,
foundation. Oh, man.
It's love, man.
Yeah,
so boom. What you saying, Tez?
I didn't even start it. So let's get into it with saying how you lot know each other, first of all. Like,
You might as well let me start this off.
God,
I'm laughing. I know this guy like for my whole life, but to be real, bro, I didn't like him, innit? Like, I'm not gonna lie, didn't like him, didn't like the geezer, bro. Every time I used to, you know the ones, bro, I used to be going home when I was young, I used to see this brother, like, and he used to rock Burberry, and so this brother's coming to me, saying,
Burberry with the baby mama days and
can you, you gotta go home and stuff like that. I'm like, this brother, like, I just thinking, I don't like this brother, I just didn't like him. And then, obviously, he knew some brothers that used to like live on my landing, innit? They were older than me, innit? And then it's a thing of
same age as well.
yeah, there was his age. So then obviously it's a thing of like from then, obviously even though I didn't like him, I would never be rude to him or this, you know them ones, bro. And then it's like mad. It's kind of like from then, me and him started to be like more cool in it. You know what I mean? So like that's my thing of him. I've known him all my life. Like to be honest, there's been times I've tried to dodge him, but he just, you know the ones, but he just still there. So you know what I mean. So it's like a thing of,
guy, man.
you know what I mean. You can't even dodge him. So as you say, you can't beat them, join them in it.
hear it. And
Yeah,
Jigga,
so-
would you like to give your perspective of how you know?
Basically off of what he said. Basically, where me and him were similar age, but I'm older than him, innit? Yeah. But like for me, it's like you lot will all understand this. I've always been a person that's like, as an older person, like you lot's brother. That you two's brothers, is my boys, innit? Forever. So for you lot and for he being related to you, every time I see people a little bit younger than me, I've always tried to don't be here, go there, and obviously at that stage with him, he took it like in a mad way.
This is the real neighborhood heroes.
real neighborhood hero.
No, but we can laugh.
Superheroes don't wear capes, man.
We can laugh, we can joke, but we always want somebody that's older than us that you can respect, and I've always been that person. You know what I mean? So for me, it was like I saw him out. I don't know how old he's looked mad young.
Yeah, I was young.
He was mad young. Do you know what I mean?
When you had the waves and them thing there.
Yeah. Like mad young,
Pink tops
and he was
and
just like he was like someone that was like in between us that was a friend of ours. He was like so if he's that guy's friend, he's my friend, isn't it?
Sure.
So I just took him on as my bridging and tried to tell him go home. He didn't really like it, but every time I saw him in the bits,
But can we discuss why you telling a big man to go?
No,
that
he was
time,
younger.
man was
younger.
young. Yeah, that time, man was
This
like
was 90s.
15.
This was
Yeah.
the 90s,
This is back in the day.
It
still.
might even be.
Real
It
talk,
might be.
we were young, bro.
Early 90s.
Shoot.
When
Yeah,
you
we were
lot
young
was
still.
in your mum's womb.
So if he was like 19, he was at 15.
Not that,
Man,
not that far apart.
For example,
Yeah.
if it's like you lot, if you lot got nieces and nephews or cousins or even some boy in the area, you don't have people like that to tell you to go home. You always got people telling you, come here, come and do this, come here and do that.
That's what I mean. Say, like this, the new generation, they ain't got no.
And when you get older, you're meant to. You can't say just because someone's older than you, you're gonna respect them. Why would you respect someone older than you?
True.
You would respect me because I've always been that person to say to you, do this or don't go there, go there. I've always had the best interest for especially not to diss anybody, for my young black men. Do you know what I mean? I've always had, it might not be my son or nothing, but you never know, in the next few years you might be looking after my kids. You know what I mean?
Let's give Ranks some flowers right now, guys.
It's me, bro.
Neighborhood hero.
You know,
very young Peter Parker and that. Come on, man.
Jokes aside, man, but I love him to death, man. He's a good guy, bro.
Yeah, he's my guy.
So there you have it, man. Like Psycho, Jibs, and Jigga Ranks. So taking it back.
Growing up in South London, school is a big part. So like, what schools like did you go?
So I went to Michael Ramsey, innit? But the thing is, you see, this is
it still Michael Ramsey?
No, I think the name is
what like it's bad. I don't know, but I think it's Saint. Yeah, it's changed.
Luckily they changed that name, boy.
But you see, the thing is with me, my story is a bit different because like when all that madness used to go on, I was cool in Brixton. You see what I'm saying? Them times I was cool in, but I never had no problem because I wasn't in no gang, innit?
Yeah.
So like, obviously the people that was in gang, they were fucked. No, I'm not even trying to make you laugh.
No, it gets like that.
No, because remember,
when he was, the guy you don't know now, he wasn't like this when he was younger.
No, it's true. I never
But
had
that's part of life, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
We all change.
No, but I'm trying to say to you, but if he carried on being who we used to be, he probably wouldn't be here.
No, but not even just that though, because this is the way it's true. I've always been my own person. So
No, you have.
So if someone said like, for example, I just say now, like they didn't like him, it's nothing to do with me. So like, but you know,
problem.
now it's changed. Like, you know, like for example, someone might not like him, and then they'll see me with him, and then like it's an issue. Whatever. But I never. Like, I was like from when I was young. Yeah, I was never someone that conformed. I've never conformed for nothing. Like I even remember one day in school. I know it's gonna make you laugh. Actually, I was like about like 12. I was young, and then they tried to tell me something about after like playing netball and that. And I was thinking, I ain't doing that. I remember I was like, I ain't doing that. And then the teacher was like, yeah, then the teacher was like, brother, this is how I know I never conformed. The teacher was like, no, but you have to do it. I was like, no, I don't have to do it. Then that's why I say from when I was young, I've always been like a bit hot-headed, I would say. Like, I remember the teacher just looked at me and said, no, you have to do it. I won't like just wild out. Just start punching the floor and that. I was like, I ain't doing that. I just start because the thing is that
That's a concrete.
No, because the thing is that
Some people punch walls.
yeah, no, because like I think it was just a thing of like I was somebody that just didn't like to like take orders in it. Now I'm older, like you know what I mean. Now I'm older, like obviously, like you know what I mean. Now I'm older. I understand that sometimes you do, but I just always been like that. Like I'm just somebody that like if I feel what someone's telling me is wrong or I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. But I understand that to some people they might take it a certain way, like but that's just my character, innit?
Cool. And Jigga, so what about you? So what was your school journey and how did you grow up in South London?
I went to a school that doesn't even exist.
Your school was bad. Was it Warwick Penn, innit?
Yeah, William Penn.
Sorry.
I think it went
Paris Academy.
That school's
it was Charter. It was called Charter of Late. So it changed when I was in the school. It was William Penn, and then after William Penn, it changed to Dulwich High, and in that school it had every fun.
You have to be tapped to be in that school.
Like honestly,
yeah, back in the day,
it was like we had like no names, but we had the guys at that moment was in my school. And you know what I mean, like
from different areas. Like,
yeah, like it was predominantly Brixton, innit? R.I.P. Ham. Yeah, it was predominantly Brixton school. We had serious guys in that. So I went to that school. Then that school closed down, and before it closed down, we had options to go different schools. And we, funny enough, had options to go to this guy's school. But obviously, I was following the people I was around.
Yeah.
And you know, you at that moment, you want to go where all your friends are going. You don't want to start at year 9 going to year 10. To be going to start and everybody's got friendship and stuff like that. So in that school in Dulwich, it was Dulwich High at that moment. At that moment, we all decided, when we go to this school, Kingsdale, we're all gonna stand together, and you know what I mean, because it was a mixed school. So obviously, when you go to a mixed school, you can't.
Oh, was your school predominantly boys' school?
Yeah, William Penn was a boys' school.
Why all boys school just tapped? Like,
It was just tapped, innit?
Now we was, no, I won't lie to you. We was,
You don't have no girls to
You
distract
need to
you.
have
Are you not trying to say something?
You don't tapped as well. You're wearing shades in the
I went to an
pod,
all boys school. You trying to say something?
You're wearing a hood.
no, but he probably was tapped growing younger, but growing up you go out of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
So I'm
it's
not gonna
like,
lie. Everyone that went to my school was tapped. Tennyson is tapped.
yeah, but it's just obviously from that I went to that school. We all went to that. A lot of us went to that school, and it's just like seeing girls, like, you know, you get on the bus, because my school was in Crystal Palace, getting on the bus, like, you all started, like, I was on the bus, I used to do this with you lot's brothers, when we used to all link up, it was like the time of watching Sting, DVD Sting, so obviously, I used to think that I was born to killer, I used to think I was killer, and obviously, with my name, Ranks, I used to think, because I dance a lot, I used to think I was Shabba Ranks, so I used to get on the bus, and you know, on the 68, we used to beambox on the window, and then a girl used to come on the bus, and we used to go, yeah, girl, me not say you like me, you know. But it was more like, obviously I got a deeper voice, but my voice was like mad. You know what I mean? When they see me, no hair,
that's what you say. That's like you know him. You know.
Like, talk to a girl, and then sometimes we used to do a beatbox, and then used to be like singing to a girl on the bus, and everyone used to hit the bus like it was.
I said, go to Marcus.
No, I can't tell you. I can't say to the songs he was doing, but it's like, you know, when you're about that life with girls, Mandem will know, innit? Like when you're about that life with girls, you know what girls want to hear. So when you're doing certain things, you're sucking them into the sweet boy stuff. I was dark, beautiful, lovely skin.
I said DSS.
You know what I'm trying to say? DSS. We used to have this thing, me and you lot's brothers, and it came from me. It was TMG. It was Teeth Man's Girl. So you could be
old school.
Remember that? Everyone remember that.
I bring that back.
That's a reunited. We say the Avengers Part 2, lads.
It was like
I can't even mention that one to my brother anymore.
to be honest with you, it was like that in front of the boys. But behind, when your boys are not there, you was like a sweet, like proper sweet boy. You know, when your boys are there and you're talking to a girl, you wouldn't have no manners. You'd be like, girl, come here, man. It's like, why is she doing that? Come here, man. But then when you I'm just saying shit, the disrespect is different. So it's like when you're there behind a girl, when you're one-on-one with a girl, you be like, excuse me, can I talk to you, please? Hi. You know, when you're one-on-one, hi, hello. Sweet boys. When you're dirty, because when you're with your boys and you don't get that girl, it's mad. Like, the girl said your boys, man. Like, mad, fam. But yeah, Kingsdale was a rough time. We had a lot of problems in that school as well.
Okay, cool. So like you kind of basically spoke about it just a minute ago, but like girls and growing up in South London, how was that experience? Because obviously, like, we of our age now, we have like social media, which is a big input in how like men especially move to girls nowadays, because obviously like
he's trying to take you off track. No, listen to him.
Anyway,
he's trying to take you off track.
But anyway, it's cool. But like obviously, like now, like with social media, it's more like how you perceived, isn't it? So you can take a picture right now, say, I'm flashing, I'm living it. But back then, you was just who you are. So like, and how was it? And obviously, like you guys kind of grew up in that era of like the early 2000s, so it was like lighties and all that kind of thing, slicked up hair, just do it bags and Nokia phones. That were the in thing. So how was it growing up?
To me, to be honest, in them days, their person, if you ask me, like if you was a sweet boy, you're just gonna get violated, innit? Like, I'm gonna keep it real.
No,
like,
but how was you?
How was I? I'll be honest, I was a sweet boy, innit? Like, but it didn't get me nowhere. But
you had like 4 bling bling one time, 4 earrings in that. No, you did though. I remember because you used to wear waves.
It's funny.
Two. No,
you had 4. Me and
two. No.
You had 2. But you know, one thing. Let him carry on. I just wanted to say, me and him got a little moment one time. Yeah, we both was into. Remember 2 girls? Yeah. We both was into 2 girls, and in the local market, we both went to this flower shop.
Yeah.
We both went, like what I said to you. Yeah, you know, like in front of your boys, you're one thing. But me and him's relationship, from then growing. You know, like I said to him, something, and he was like, I don't know, and then I said to him, let's do this. But he was trying to keep away the sweet boy away from me. I was open with my sweet boy stuff. So like he was saying before I cut him, when you're sweet, you get
violate something.
violate.
but you see,
it's like no, but it happens.
So,
it happens.
No,
period.
but like,
Do you know what I
it's,
mean?
no, but like, I tell you what it's like because it's like
You're
in
sweet
them
to the
days
wrong
there,
person.
it's them days. No, but not even just that because them days there, you'll have like Chris girls in school, for example, yeah, and like they'll be looking nice and that in it, yeah, but like it's like you start to clock like they don't really want the man that's like on the sweet boy thing, like they want the man that's rough, that's gonna, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Like to me, yeah, when I look at it, yeah, it's that even though you shouldn't try and like try to be something you're not, as people say, but at the same time, yeah, it was hard because like.
But so then, do you think? I don't want to like correlate it, but do you think trying to get girls and then kind of diving into road life had a correlation?
They did. I'll be real because I tell you what, all the road man had the girls, bruv. Facts. Don't matter how they look, they couldn't let Freddy Krueger, but they had the things. Real talk. I'm keeping it real, bruv. One bro, I don't want to say the man's name.
I agree with
I'm
it.
being real,
I
bruv.
agree with it a little bit.
Nah, 100%. Because
Yeah.
even
No,
now,
I'm being real, fam.
It ain't changed,
I'm
it ain't
trying to
really
say to
changed,
you,
yeah,
I'm
it's
telling you
true.
right now. You lot know me.
But women don't want to
I'm
say
our
it.
own-
Bro. Women don't want to say it.
No,
No,
but I'm
no,
telling-
shoot,
Me,
yeah.
I was that guy when you go to a club now, yeah. This is me. This is the dark chocolate smooth man.
DSS,
when there's
DSS,
man
come on,
them, yeah,
DSS
and they're all
community.
going that the club's done, and there's people fighting, and there's girls upset. I'll be like, babes, oh my god, what's going on? Why are you fighting? Don't get fight for that, man. Come this way, let me take you bus stop. It's like, oh my god, you're so lovely. I said, we're not into all them fighting things and stuff like that. You don't get
So
nowhere
you're,
like that.
you're doing counter attacking.
Yeah,
he's doing it.
Like,
He's
we're
doing
saying,
psychology.
who's doing all that hard work? Who's doing all that hard work going out there trying to prove yourself to girl, and you get black eye, the girls gonna go home, you can't do nothing. My face is fresh. Yeah? You know what I'm trying to say to you? So when a man's going out there, this was long time ago, I was saying yeah.
It wasn't last week.
Yeah, that wasn't last week. But it's just for me with the sweet boy thing. It's like when everyone says sweet boy, I've always been more like the sweet boy thing, but I've had that little naughty side of me. That not on road, I'm saying with gal. When everybody was outside doing all they're doing, I was outside with girls. I've always been on like
And a girl
out of my
flex,
group,
yeah.
I was that guy. I was like, don't work. I was that guy.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I believe you. I believe you.
But it was just to get to that being that guy. I had to go through a lot of downfalls and
Obstacles,
stuff.
yeah.
I had to go
Obstacle.
through obstacles. So like what you lot was saying on you lot's podcast before with going through certain things with girls, I loved it because like people my age, they can't knock you lot and say don't go, because you have to be honest with younger people and tell them what you went through and say to them when you lot are going through certain things, when you lot say, oh, this girl done this, that, say, yeah, I went through that as well.
Yeah. It's
So
true,
don't
it's
make
true,
it like
it's
you're
true.
an idiot or you're nothing
This
bad.
is why I always tell the man and talk to each other.
Yeah. Don't no, but you have to
agree with
no, but
that.
you have to be.
That's
you
how I
have
always
to-
get onto him.
No, but do you know what it
You
is?
mean you could be going through a similar thing?
Remember we
Right,
were
you
talking
get
outside, this is I me and him war all the time, but it's always love. But we always understand each other. What he's saying is that certain people, yeah, you can't say certain things to certain people.
Yeah, you
not
can't.
gonna
you can't.
There's certain
Yeah.
things that
You know
you know,
what I mean?
certain things you're going through. You
know-
have
you know
to.
them ones.
You know, like in our black community, yeah, black males, black women, black people, we don't like. We think it's like
It's a weakness to
it's
show
a weakness
emotion,
to
yeah.
show your emotions, but it's only a weakness to speak to certain people that will throw it back in your face. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It's
like
always
what you
good
said,
to have some. Sometimes you can't talk to your mum, you can't talk to your dad. There's always somebody around you, and I've always been that person that people would come to talk to, and I love that if I'm telling you about this is me, I know I can trust you. If I'm talking to you about my problems and you don't have no problems, I can't talk to you. How is your life so great that you ain't had no woman problem, no this problem? You're just
It's
trying
a
to
lie,
help
it's
me.
a lie, yeah,
That's how I
it's
know
a
you're
lie.
bookie, brother.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You're talking. I'm talking to you for hour and a half, lip dry. You know, lip dry off, blood. And my man
true.
said, "Bro, you need to do like." I speak to him nearly every day. Him, your brother, and I speak to some people that forever in my life, I could always say that they'll always be a part of my life. Not because of like me and him spoke about it. Not because I've known you for a certain amount of time. It's because you can relate, you can talk to me, you can guide me, we can guide each other. That's what I'm saying. A real friend will tell you when you're wrong. If I tell you, oh my bro, I licked this girl and her friend was there. If you tell me, oh that's good, you're meant to tell me, bro, what are you doing? That's stupid, bro. Be honest with me. Don't stop my ass.
So what?
Tell me when you're.
So
when
what
I'm
advice would you give like our generation now when it comes to like dating or trying to chat to girls and all these kind of things? Like, because
I would say don't listen to Jaheem. Don't put that woman first. Yeah.
don't let the reference go over your head. Go on Spotify.
That's a good
Go
one.
on Spotify. Listen, it's a big. Hey, one thing, yeah. Can I even go off topic here? One thing, though, yeah. One thing I realized that Mandem, yeah, we like to listen to R&B music. Yeah. Like Mandem from South, we actually bang it. Like
I was banging it today.
Hey, I was banging out Joe.
Bust the windows out your car.
Listen,
Another thing. I see all these young, my little cousins that doing it. Man, when you're with a girl, why are you playing all the Jill and Shank and
bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Let me be honest.
going on?
I was someone like that, but he got me. I remember I was trying to bang a girl to D block and that. So
Why is that?
So when he said, when Max is saying,
and he ain't even talking about D-Block Europe. He talking about real D-Block.
He ain't talking about DBE. He ain't talking about DBE. He talking about Dogtown.
He showed me a song back in the day.
I can't lie.
What's that guy called? Shook Knight. The roll. Remember that tune?
Oh yeah.
He showed me a tune. Yeah,
Max and that.
I won't even tell you people to listen to that tune. He showed me this tune, yeah, and this tune was raw. It was death row. It was raw, and you have to remember, yeah. So you have to remember, it doesn't matter what tune you play. Like when he's talking about it, it's like how strong is your game. You should be able to play anything, and if the girl knows your character.
Yeah,
so if she knows you're a certain way, you're gonna play certain music. You could bang girl to anything because if I'm saying when you're strong in that situation, you ain't gotta worry about the music. You get when it comes now, you could just say, "Oh, it's a random tune." No, the slow jams, bruv. When you think about slow jams, long fam.
No, because when you're playing the slow jams, you know what you're trying to.
Come on.
Yeah, are you doing slow jam movements? Are you when you're in that bedroom? Are you doing that? Like Usher, I just want to take it. You're doing none of that thing in the bedroom. You play it. You can play bashment when you go raves. What girls go nuts on bashment? Girls go nuts on Afro beats. Big up Afro beats as well. Yeah, that's the way forward right now. Yeah, I'm like you tell me to give people advice. Just be with in regards to your question. I would just say be yourself.
Be yourself.
And use your head. Don't think with this. Think with this.
What did J House say again? If I was a genius.
I wouldn't think with my penis.
Right. You gotta use your head and don't be shy to talk to your mum when you're young. Like you lot's generation is a bit far from talking to your mum unless you got that relationship. No, but I would say don't be shy to talk to somebody because there's always somebody you can talk to.
I wanted to touch on one thing as well.
Yeah, go on.
No, me and him though, when we were young, we were naive though, man.
That's the thing.
And I know he's going to be shocked what I bring up now. If I tell you what me and him done back in it, we done something so dumb.
Hold on to that. We're going to get there.
We're going to get there. So
we're going to get to that.
If we done that now,
we're going to get to that. No, but it's interesting because obviously like you guys are older. Some of you lot have children and whatnot. And you kind of said, like talk to your parents about certain things. But I think like what this generation has as a problem is that we feel like we can't relate to our parents because sometimes the age gap is too big or the lifestyle that they live and we live is completely different. So the simple thing of like, I remember one time like my mum would be like, it's kind of go off topic, like, why are you wearing a hood? I'm like, it's raining, but she sees something different. You know what I'm saying?
I would say to you, it's like, you know, you said your parents can't relate. You can get them to start relating. Like you said, you don't understand this hood. So when you're out with your mum and you go shopping, you can say, Mum, look, it's raining. Let me put on a hood. There's always, I think, some parents don't relate, but you can get them to understand
eventually.
Like you can get them to understand like why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why I'm saying what I'm saying. Like my mum asks me, why is it, that when I see your friends, they're with one girl, why you always got this girl, that girl, this girl, that girl, this girl, that girl, babe, and it all comes from, it's like, Mum, I'm trying to be with one girl, and then when I'm with this girl, she does stuff that puts me off, so I go with another.
But why don't you communicate that instead of just going with another?
No,
girl?
but
I'm not trying to bait up your thing,
it's in my, you know what I'm saying, younger days. I'm saying my younger days. So I'm saying in relate. So I had to let my mum know it's like I'm with one girl, and when I try to be with this girl, she does something to put me off. So I go with another girl. But it all comes from like we spoke about this before, and I even spoke to you a lot about this in the house. It's like you try to be something when you're a certain age or whatever. You try to be what that girl wants you to be.
Trust.
And you want that girl to be what you want to be. But then when it all comes to a certain, she might do something like
a loggerhead,
yeah,
basically,
girls
like a
do
loggerhead.
stuff sometimes, yeah, and you be like,
The bookie,
like,
yeah.
do you not see me? Like, are you crazy?
Yeah,
like I
yeah,
could
yeah.
find a better, I could find a better you
What's that?
in a minute.
Yeah,
Like,
I think off what you're saying, like, unfortunately, not a lot of women see the men they're with, like, they're with them, but they like the idea of them.
yeah,
or what
because
you
you
know what I'm
love
saying.
it's in this world.
And
It's like
it's
they
lost,
they
innit?
put
It's lost, innit?
men
That's it.
that you got to do this for a woman, you got to do that for a woman. You got to do this.
That's true. You said that
Yeah.
was
Like,
a lot
look
of
at-
girls based what you can do.
What you
But
can do.
bro,
Men have
watch
no
this,
men
watch
have
this,
no
bro.
value unless you
Watch
do
this, watch
something.
this. When Valentine's Day comes, what's Valentine's Day about?
Cash loss.
No,
No.
It's about the women though.
Yeah.
No, but it's more deeper than that though. Valentine's
And
Day.
there's no, shall
not- don't
I
go there,
even
don't
go further than that?
Sorry. No.
Seymour settings.
You know you man, my brother.
He's gonna go, this is blanking.
Sorry, man.
You know you're gonna go, this is just blanking.
Yeah, but even you can even go further than that. It's even about, you know, it's about women. It's about the perception of how, like, visually how woman is loved. So like when you go on Valentine's Day, you check your Snapchat. Girls are constantly just trying to show people how much love I have, rather than I feel love from the
Yeah, I
partner
feel love.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, fact.
Because if it was an intimate relationship, really and truly, you can go Devon and go to a hotel and eat bread and breakfast and live your life.
No, but people care
want to show
people
you
care
that.
what people think.
Exactly.
No, but you know what
Some
it is, but
people
this
care,
is the
but
thing.
there's
No, let me
go
tell
on,
you,
bro.
like you see in life, I've realised, yeah, like, and it's sad when I say this, you see a lot of people, they care what people think. So for example, like a man
I
could be
think
going
we
up
all
with the
do in
thing.
some way,
No, but this is the problem though. If you stick by, like, if you stand by something, yeah, so it's like, for example, you get some people, yeah, that've got their like their views on things, for example, yeah, but it's like
hot blood.
they know what they're going through, yeah, it's like a Mazzolina, as you'll say. But they'll still stick there because like their excuse would be, oh, she's piff, she's this. They care what other. Oh, my brother saying
that's a good point.
she's a smooth tip. So it's a thing of like they know she's like she's a
problem.
dirt cynic. You know what I mean? I don't want to say certain. I don't want to say certain things because, you know, man, trying to keep the podcast going. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said,
Man, you got the producer Ben in, you
there's
know.
some no, it's true though. But like I find it with some people, like they put their, it's mad that basically it's like they ain't got their own mind, innit?
Yeah.
That's and that's you see that with a lot of things in life.
Especially nowadays, a lot of youths, they do stuff
For the image.
for the image, and like,
Same,
it's mad
just-
still.
What's their
but
friend?
Ken, but I
Or
wanna-
they send it in a group chat. Like, man, what do you think?
I
This?
just want to know. I want to know. Yeah, this year is like what you lot are saying about the youth. You have to remember one thing. When you say the youth go do this, who do they have to guide them to say? Because you can't, like what I'm saying to you. The reason you lot call me the policeman or something on the street. I'm being honest with you.
Sorry,
The
man,
reason
this
you
guy
say
is
policeman on the street is because I have I've given myself that name because of what I've done. So when you lot say. If you lot say the kids are doing this, who did it? The certain man, certain ladies don't have no man around, because the majority of them they don't want like me, a bad guy that's a good guy that's gonna be there, look after you. They want somebody on the street. Then they're gonna complain, oh, my man don't do this, my man don't do that. But you know who you was gonna breed up before you. The brother showed you. I've been jailed 15 times. I want to bang your sister.
And then guess what happened? You should breathe for them, then breathe for him again.
Yeah. But then
And then they want to message you. They don't want to message you.
Because I'm Captain saying
Fam,
that.
I'm never like what my brother just said. That stuff keeps going on for years and years. Because you know it is when it's like you're complaining about somebody. Yeah, like when I speak to girls, yeah, like not family. I don't want people come at me, but when I speak to girls about stuff, yeah. I don't really. I just don't. It's like you're telling me that you don't like this man, you don't like that man.
why you
It's like,
why you
what are
with
you look like?
that's what I'm saying.
Even to come up myself, yeah. Like I'll show this because it's with the Mandem. It's I don't business about people out there. Yeah, I got 2 baby mums in it, and my two baby mums will complain about me. So if you have me, I'm there every day. Every day you have me. I'm looking after my kids. I'm taking them to school. They get what they need. They have what they need. What else do you need from a man? Like me growing up, for me, my children, I want my kids to be with, I'm sure all of us do anyway. You want your child to end up with someone that's going to take care of them, and then you can lay back and not worry about your kids. They say this, the older generation before me say this, you can never ever please a woman. Yeah, and sometimes people go out there heart and soul to try and run down women to please them. The person you got to look after before you have children is yourself. But I'm saying your dad, your dad, yeah, showed me this from a young age.
Mike, tell him again. Tell us.
And listen, let me tell you something.
After limit 6 months.
My dad told me there's 2 things in life you should never run down. Yeah, bust a woman. See why?
Because why, Mike? Tell him why.
I love the bust and
Why? Tell him why though. Tell him why.
Both leave you.
But exactly.
But you know, on the point I'm touching that, this is what I mean. Even
Bust a lick you down and women break your heart.
On a bit of what he's saying, sorry to point though, yeah. But this is what I'm saying. But even that though, some women might be moving a certain way. But this is what I say is again of how it looks. Because sometimes man won't even know she's moving like that because across the road, her friends with her next brother that could be a bridge, and they're like, my man's treating me to this, my man.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
They do start doing comparisons.
So that's why you get what I'm saying.
I think to round it up, I think like it shows you just have to be like assured in yourself and assured in your skin as well. Because if you're not, like you said, looking after yourself, if you don't, when people do, women or men, whoever does that, whoever people start looking out and thinking there's grass greener, you can't think of it. Oh, why me? Why is it my, like, what did I do wrong? You just have to look at it as that person clearly hasn't got the mindset.
I would have to say for you to get to that place, you have to go through some. You have to go through some rotten eggs. You have to go through some rotten eggs because you're not. When you find somebody, it's like people that their first partner, they've been with them for 30 years. So now you don't know how to chirp a girl, you don't know how to move to a girl, you don't know how to do this because you've been with.
This is why some man ain't ready for the field, man.
That's
true. It's true.
This is why some man ain't ready for the field.
Like, you might, you know what it is, yeah? You might have a friend, yeah? You might have a friend of yours that they're just gal. Every minute, gal. But you don't understand. This brother either going through something mentally.
I think so,
yeah. Where they don't know nothing about stability.
I think so.
I'm saying for my but you don't understand, yeah. That brother, whoever this brother is, they will be probably the first man to get married.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm telling you right now. You go through so much.
Man, I'm leaning forward hard, you know.
You see one thing with me. One thing with me. You see me. I say how it is, innit? I'm very honest in it.
Yeah, sugarcoat now.
Nah, real shit. Like I used to be that guy, that gal. Cause why? I don't know. You see, your parents and how they live. It's got a huge effect on you.
Definitely,
absolutely. That I'm sorry, I grew up. My dad was kind of, do you know what I'm trying to say? So I only saw certain things.
You saw certain things, yeah, cool.
Naturally,
you take it on.
You get it, but you see when you grow up and you realize how the world works. I'm telling you, lads, you see the real shit. Yeah, you're not gonna get nowhere in life unless you got a good woman,
bro.
How do you know? But then I want to ask.
No, but
how do you know you've got a good woman?
I think this though.
For example,
says this.
Look. Let me show you got a good man, yeah. Oh, you know what, yeah? Fucking. Oh, let me go to Tesco and let me get a £2 drink, a £5 drink. But then you've got a girl next to you. The girl will be like, nah, you can get 2 for 1 or da 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 da. You see them look.
He's giving analogies. Basically, no. Let me elaborate. I got him. Basically, what you're trying to say.
Go. You have to look at the little things that a female does for you.
Yeah.
Okay. You have to look at the little thing. Don't look at she can back you up or she can something good. You have to look at this. Real shit.
No, you went Tesco. That's what I said.
So you have to look at the little things that.
I need that. I can't lie.
What? Like I'm gonna go home and all the chicken and chips, or am I gonna go home and there's gonna be a nice meal? You have to look at little stuff like that.
Nah, I bet
but then when you go out with your friends, yeah. You got to be realistic. When you see somebody, like say you're all sitting down one place or you're out raving and that, and you see some girl over there, your buddy's like, right, you get the girl. Your buddy, you're looking at, right, I got this girl. Let me try do this and try do that. Are you looking at this
from an aesthetic version?
Are you looking at this girl thinking my future, or are you thinking of this girl for the time being?
Well,
because I know when I was younger, we looked at girl. I was thinking at that moment that this girl's gonna be me forever. Not realizing when I go to this girl's house, I have to clean, I have to cook, Thank God my mum taught me these things, and you're thinking to yourself, you just got basically a trophy. This girl's a trophy.
I said it in the last
It's
episode.
a trophy girl.
Trophy wise, we don't
out
want
to the
trophy
world.
wise, man.
This girl's beautiful, but behind closed doors,
We want
she
CMOS
don't do
settings.
nothing. She
Me
don't
don't
do
want a
nothing.
trophy, girl. Me want CMOS settings.
settings.
Let me elaborate what CMOS setting is. See how like CMOS got 92 minerals or the 102 minerals. Yeah. I want the whole package. I want a woman that is like righteous enough to have like deep conversations with, but also
Like woke, basically.
Yeah,
woke.
yeah, but
So
also,
are you not
mature.
ready for that now? Are
That's-
you ready?
and that's a good question.
Because
That's a very good question.
Are you prepared?
Absolutely.
That's
Are
the
you
thing.
prepared?
That's the
Good
thing.
question.
On a real, yeah, I've had conversations with myself.
That's the
Because-
best.
yeah,
I saw my mum.
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
word,
was
word,
sitting
word,
with some
word,
man, I
word,
talk
word,
to
word,
myself.
You have to
word.
have conversation with
In
yourself.
my toilet, I just my
No,
zone
yeah,
out.
yeah.
No, word. You know what the toilet?
No,
Toilet.
because like it's all fun and that partying the life, but you see sometimes when you hit that pillar and you're by yourself.
Yeah, reality.
Yeah, like me and Max had this conversation the other day.
I
So
don't know about you lot, but I've got enough older cousins, uncles that they were doing all of that shit for years, and now they're all 50 odd, 50, 70.
100.
Do you get it?
And then
And
you know
they're
what
by
it is?
themselves. I don't want to be
You know
like
what it is?
that.
And you know the girl that you're gone, bro.
and there's also going to be a time where the point that the girls that we're all thinking about, remember, girls are like, they're a different time span to us.
Cool.
So we're in our mid-20s now. Bruv, when we get to, when you get to like 30, bruv, all these girls that we were thinking about, they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone,
it's life,
wifed off, baby. But you can't blame them either. You
No,
them to
no.
wait for you. So the
already
game's the
happening,
game.
bro.
So
It's already happening.
exactly. Taz said it's already happening. So the game's the game. If you think you're going to be out here forever, listen, you're going to be like Buffon playing to your 42,
Boy, I was just saying,
and you're just going to go
When you
downhill.
get your turn,
And you know-
boy, when you get your turn, you better take it, bro. You
Yeah,
better take
duck
it.
out.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
You
But
know the ones,
in
bro.
regards to what I said, like when I was you lot's age, yeah, I didn't know that I had a girl that's great for me. I never knew that. Like when I look back, this girl was perfect, but I done something wrong, or maybe I should have, like
Communicated better.
Certain things I could have communicated better, or we could have spoken about. But you could talk to your buddies. We're young, so we're thinking, the girl didn't come at 6. Tell her to go, man. Delete number, everything.
Yeah, you think of
BB, was it BlackBerry? Delete all them things like that. So it's all about what I'm saying. You have to go through rotten things to understand, because you lot would understand. Majority of people would understand that when you get to a certain age, you have to know what girl you're looking for, because you've had so much rotten eggs. You know what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
And I would always try to make people be prepared that when you go for a girl, make sure you have your own stuff.
Absolutely.
Make sure you got your own. You got your own
Max
house.
said this.
If you haven't got
I
your own house,
said
you
that.
got your own money. You got your income.
100%.
And then big
100%.
Big up. This is one thing me and my brother Damien always hold on to.
Big on my
yeah?
brother D.
Yeah.
Come on.
And
Trust me.
big up Dougie. Dougie
big my dad, Dougie.
Dougie told me this when I was 13 years old.
Hey, my dad
And
gives us the wisdom.
Me and Damien never understood what he was talking about. He said to us, every time you make money, you make like £100, make sure you keep a little something for yourself. Always told me that, and I never understood that until I was older, because I always felt that when I was younger,
being a man means giving and
met
making
a
sure
girl,
pattern, yeah.
I was with this girl. I go, bruv, you lot think I done some things, Bridget. While I was sitting up with your older, I done some things, blood. Yeah, while I was sitting upstairs, boys to me, oh my, like, I'm upset.